We laughed out loud till we cried, and the tears were sweet. Midnight melted to morning, a moment faded to memory all these days.
This is our sincere wish for you, that you always remain committed to your dreams and work passionately towards achieving them. I urge you in our turbulent time to be change agents, especially in a country that is going through a catharsis. Epitomize the values that we stand for, and remember the lessons learned that go beyond numbers, figures, facts, and dates. You are our future, and we believe that you will be able to break down the walls of apathy and corruption and sow the seeds for a new garden of knowledge. Use your power and currency as educated and thinking individuals to bring about a real change that will impact generations to come. Be relentless in the pursuit of excellence. And as your parents will tell you, the secret to this success is just good old-fashioned hard work. Inventure Academy believes strongly in community service and supporting the less fortunate. And we hope that these values of empathy, compassion, and caring will define all your future endeavors.
I want to talk to you today about my favorite season. You know, my favorite season is fall. You know, the reason is that when I first moved to Syracuse, I understood the beauty of fall colors. You know, during fall, you go out and you see the colors are the brightest of the leaves and they all fall. And then the leaves, you know, the trees are empty, they are bare. It looks desolate, it looks awful. But that's when the season is beginning for spring. You know, the trees are getting themselves ready for spring. In their emptiness, in their desolate look, they are preparing for something great. And so what I want to talk to you today about is the transition period, the time when it feels like you don't know what you're doing, is when it is the most important time in your life. So people will talk to you about being innovative, being positive, but I want to talk to you about, you know, FALL as an acronym. And what it stands for me is fail and live to learn. This is a story of a little girl, and she goes to the zoo. And in the zoo is a huge elephant, which is tied by a thin rope, and there's a small fence. And the elephant looks very sad. So the little girl asks, why is the elephant so sad? The zookeeper says, the elephant doesn't want to be here. You know, look at the forest that's out there. The elephant wants to go out there and play. It doesn't want to just sit here all day. So the little girl asks, what's stopping the elephant from leaving? You know, the rope is very thin, the fence is very small, and all the elephant has to do is move its head once and it'll be out there. What's stopping the elephant? The zookeeper says, the elephant came here when it was very small. At that time, the rope was this thick, the fence was this high, and the elephant tried to go away the first day, the second day, the third day, the fourth day. It tried for 10 days, and it couldn't get away. And it told itself that it can never leave. And what the elephant doesn't know is that it has become big. It's got much more strength than when it was a kid. And all it takes for the elephant is to move its head once, and it can do whatever it wants. And I think that, to me, is an amazing story of how we all need to find the strength within us. When you leave the school here, you know, I remember when I graduated 10th grade, sitting in front of my class with all my friends, sobbing away. I'm like, what am I going to do? This is my, and I went to the same school from K through 10. What am I going to do outside this system, these teachers, these friends? What am I going to be? And as you leave a comfortable position and go to a new place, you are going to learn that you have become that large elephant who can do whatever you want out there.
And you were talking about failure earlier, and I feel I'm glad you said that, because I used to be afraid of failure, you know, and when I went to study abroad, I went and did my college in LA, I wanted to just come across like I knew everything. And I realized that, you know, people were perhaps not very friendly, but I realized later on when I started to say, oh, I don't understand what you're saying. Oh, what is that? You know, because I was Mr. Know-it-all. As soon as I had to turn it around and be like, I don't understand this, or what does that mean? I found people more receptive to me, because then even my reaction to them was more sensible than, oh, I know it all.
Yeah.
So I realized that I was so afraid of failure. And there was a level of that you should just not be shy, just come out with it. Similarly with the professional field, I was like, everyone was telling me, no, that can't happen, that won't happen, that just won't be. I was like, well, no one's ever tried it, so let's try it. And I put everything at risk. I wasn't afraid to fail, because I realized that what's the worst that can happen? I realized, okay, no one wants the non-Bollywood film, and then I try and work my way up to be a Bollywood actor. You know, there's always an option, remember that. On one level, you kids are really lucky and also very unfortunate at the same time, because lucky because you have a lot of technology today, and the field out there, all professional fields are being affected by it. You know, when we graduated that time, there weren't so many platforms, for example, to distribute films. So it's very traditional. It was a done and dusted model that existed for so long. But now that is just out the door. While technology keeps changing every year, the people who are in power and are running things the way they've been run for the past 20, 30 years don't realize that they're going to be left behind, which is where you are fortunate, because you have more choice. Where you're unfortunate is that there's a lot of confusion in the market. Also, there's a lot of competition. It's getting more and more cutthroat every year. And while I think it's very good to have that competitive spirit, it's also important to realize that life is not all about competition and moving ahead. It's not all about making money. You know, it's also about holding on to certain values that are beyond competition, beyond money. So if you can strike that balance in this day and age where there's a lot more information out there and there's a lot more to process as an individual than there was in our time, it's harder to hold on to these values.
Everybody falls sometimes. You gotta find the strength to rise from the ashes and make a new beginning. Anyone can feel the ache. You think it's more than you can take, but you're stronger, stronger than you know.
And don't you give up now. The sun will soon be shining. You gotta face the clouds to find the silver lining.
I pledge to seize the day by giving my best to achieve excellence. I pledge to endeavor to make the world a better place. I pledge to play fair even while I compete to win the race. I pledge to uphold and act upon my aspirations to learn and develop in body, mind and heart. I pledge to be a responsible citizen and to give back to my family, society and country in a way that will make a difference to our future, for we are tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of Inventure, I give you the graduating class of 2014.
I find it amazing that be it academics, sports, debating, performing arts, and even community service, Inventure has always ensured that there is a platform for every student to participate and shine. You, Inventure, have given us a reason to be proud about our children and their achievements on an everyday basis. That's very rare. And you, the class of 2014, are extremely lucky to have this as your launch pad today. Enjoy the ride.
While I had spent 16 years helping his feet get a firm grip on the ground, Inventure Academy helped him tiptoe and touch the sky. Thank you.